friends, and even if you're not my friend, it's okay. Welcome back to Bill's Cooking Show. And, holidays are upon us, and I was thinking the other day about, you have memories when you're a kid, of what you did at holidays, and of course, we always had to run to Grandma's house. It was like, I don't know, 45-minute drive. And my aunt and uncle and cousins would be there, and my grandparents, and there'd always be a big feast. Well, ironically, my uncle owned a bar/restaurant, and so his deal was he'd always bring these colossal shrimp that were boiled, and that was for the adults. Kids couldn't have it, but so he'd have shrimp cocktail, and I kind of observed it because I thought that'd be a really great thing to eat because I always liked seafood as a kid, but it wasn't very enticing. I mean, it was nothing more than boiled shrimp, which right there is a mistake. And then basically some bland chili sauce or ketchup for all I know. But anyway, so I want to show you how I do it. Okay, I got some shrimp marinating in the fridge, and I'll get that out and I'll show that to you. But the first thing that's really important is the cocktail sauce, because to me that's super important. So important I've got my measuring spoon. I know, because I don't really use measuring spoons, but I just want to show you that I'm not lying, okay? So first thing we want to do is I want to get about a cup of chili sauce. I got a bunch of shrimp, but I'm only eating half of it now, and the rest is going in the fridge because I'm going to talk about that later too. And if you have a big party, you're going to triple, quadruple it. It doesn't matter, and it's all kind of to taste and what you like. Okay, but I want to put a good tablespoon of lemon juice that I just squeezed, and I want a nice big tablespoon of, I want to shake it up first. I did it earlier, but I might have separated, okay? I want kind of tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, and it doesn't have to be exact. I'm not trying to fill it to the brim, right? Because then I can't pour the measuring spoon. I take my trusty fork, because that's the best way to stir stuff sometimes, so it doesn't go splish splash all over the place. It just did anyways. Alright, now that, and you're like, oh, that looks pretty good, right? I know. So then there's the horseradish, and this is a huge debate. I like horseradish. I think it really brings it out. Okay. And what you want to do is use a fork, because what I do is I kind of press it against the side, and it's harder with a full jar. And I had a half a jar in the fridge, and I looked at the expiration date and decided I had to go to the store and get a fresh one. So we got some pretty hefty, couple tablespoons here. So altogether it's probably about 3 tablespoons. That's a good starting place. You can always try it and add more, right? I think that's probably going to be just the way I like it. So you see, you really see a lot of horseradish, and I don't know, I can't remember what restaurant I was in. I'm sure it was decades ago, but I saw this and I was like, what a concept, what a great way to make cocktail sauce, and I've been doing it ever since. Whoop, whoop. All right. So that is just a little batch here. I'm going to try some. The rest go in the fridge for later. Okay. Now, for those of you that watched my show before, I have these like killer antique sheet pans, I'm sorry, and I use them for everything. And lots of times, you know, I bake on them and stuff leaks on them. So lots of times I'm putting aluminum foil over it. But why these work so good is because they maintain a lot of heat, and they're really, I mean, these things are pretty hefty. Worth the investment. They last forever. And this thing's older than I am, probably, or almost as old as I am. So, you know, think about that when you're doing some of this stuff. Flimsy stuff from those big, huge chains, if you can take and flex them, they're really not going to do you any favor. All right, let's talk about the shrimp. So I went to my fish guy and I said, hey, fish guy, I need some really good shrimp for shrimp cocktail. So I happen to have, these are actually from Key West. They're these pink shrimp. Not to be mistaken for those red ones that come from Argentina. And some people try to kind of blur the name of them so you don't know where they really came from. But ask them straight up. And you can tell because they are definitely pink. All right, so I'm going to lay these out single file. And let me tell you, so what we got in it, this is kind of a marinade, but not really. I just wanted something to cook them in. So they've only been sitting for like 5 minutes. So basically, you're going to take the juice of a lemon, you're going to take some Italian parsley you've just kind of chopped up, and it doesn't have to be great. A couple cloves of garlic, and we do want like a pinch of salt, half a teaspoon. Remember, this isn't what you're eating, it's really just on the outside, and we're going to peel the shrimp before we eat it, hopefully. And then I put some crushed red pepper in here, and just a little bit of Old Bay, okay, because shout out to my brother-in-law, he's from Maryland, and if it's seafood, it's got to have Old Bay. So, homage to him, I do that. But these are not peeled. And why? Well, I learned from somebody, Lord only knows, that it really helps hold their shape better, and it really keeps the flesh nice and tender, because I'm not boiling, I'm not steaming, I'm baking these guys. 350 oven, I got my oven nice and hot. And you can kind of season me when you want. And I'm trying to make sure that, I'm doing this by hand because I want to get some of that good stuff on here. We're just going to have fun with these. This is my dinner tonight. Oh, yeah. Huge amount of garlic at the bottom of this. Must have gone crazy with it by mistake. By mistake, yeah, right. Nothing's by mistake when it comes to garlic. Now you can leave this marinade, I'm going to call it, out because we got to flip these guys. So what we're going to basically do is we cook them for about 3 minutes at 350, and then we're going to flip them. And if you want, you can take your little spoon in there and just put a little more of that garlic and stuff on there. Really, really have fun with it. So I'm going to put these in for 3 minutes. I'm going to show you real quick what they look like after 3 minutes. You can see what they are when I flip them, and we're going to move on from there. So I'll see you back in 3 minutes. Alright, so pinks are really hard to tell because they're already pink. But you can see that the shells have actually started to turn, and the tails. the tails are definitely getting cooked. They're, they're turning that really bright kind of orange. So what I'm going to do, without killing myself, is flip them. Just be really organized so you know which ones you flip. Actually, it doesn't matter. They're going to cook whether you flip them or not, right? So this was the initial flip, right? Now what we're going to do, oh, my stomach's growling. That's funny. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to pick out a little more of my good stuff, that garlic. And the second half of this, because these are really big, I'm probably going to go ahead and do a little bit more time than I did before. They're definitely cooking at a good pace. So like I said, I could just take my little bowl here. It's got lots of garlic and stuff. Lots of flavor. And, it's funny how parsley is. Parsley just a great food. And remember, we're peeling these, so we're not like we're contaminating these, like we can go crazy, it doesn't matter. And that lemon juice is really going to kind of cook in there. And this is going to kind of allow it to steam a little bit without boiling it. Boiling seafood is just a crazy thing. Oops. Lots of garlic in here. So it's going to make the whole house smell like garlic, and it's going to make the shrimp taste like garlic. What a great idea. Yeah. Okay, let's get my glove. We're going to go back in, and I'm going to watch. I'm going to check it after 3 minutes. I'm going to guarantee you I probably need 4 minutes just to make sure it's really good. Alright, so I will see you back again in about 4 minutes. We did a massive quick peeling, and it's funny because this is part of the fun for me because I like serving it. I like peel and eat shrimp to be warm. That's just me. These are, I did this video so that I could show you how to do it. And you might prefer cold, so you put them in the fridge. But basically, if you get a couple people, you peel them up real quick. One of the things is that it tastes, it's at its best, like right now. Was 4 more minutes on the shrimp. And it's really simple. So you're going to make you can, if you want to plate it up somehow so everyone gets a little teeny cup of cocktail sauce and this, but just do something pretty. These are big enough shrimp that they can kind of stand up on their own. Some places leave the tail on. It really bothers me to have to kind of fight it. It's like gristle in a steak. And so all you have to do is let these cool, and that's why I have them in this container. And if you want, if it's not, if you're not all family, you can put toothpicks out so people aren't, touching. No double dipping, right? But that's just a nice little pretty little setup, right? And you can cook as many as you want. I just want to put some out there so you can see. Anyway, like I always say, thank you. This is kind of I'm trying to do some fun stuff that's pretty easy, and hope you're learning stuff, learning something. Keep commenting, thumbs up, and I'll keep making these videos. So have a great day, and I'll see you next time.